Hello again, my lovely YouTubers. So I got a request to do hair scrunching. I've kind of changed the products that I use a bit on my hair, so I'm going to show you what I'm using now and how I use it. I just towel dried my hair with a t-shirt, not with a towel. You can see the previous video on how to turban tie your hair up. So these are the products I'm going to be using. The first product I use is a leave-in conditioner. I always use leave-in conditioner on my hair. The one that I'm currently loving is the Herbal Essences Long-Term Relationship leave-in split end protection for long hair. I like it. It smells really good. So I do one and a half pumps of that. It's about that much. Rub it in between my hands. I start at the bottom of my hair and just kind of work it in and then spread it around. I try to avoid putting all of the product at the top of my hair. I start from the bottom and then work my way up. Make sure you really get your ends. I have thin hair, so I don't use tons and tons of products. I'm going to be using 3 for this video. So I do that, and then I just comb it through to make sure everything is through. Quick tip, never brush your hair when it's wet. It will break your hair, just so you know. So we are all set with that one. The next product I'm going to use is just a smoothing drops, I guess a serum. It's got to be Smooth Operator. I love Smooth Operation smoothing satin drops. It looks like this. It's a little bottle. It has a little bit of a pump. So it comes with this little, I don't even know what that is, a little doohickey. So I'm just gonna do 2 squirts. This isn't as thick as you can see when I do that with my hand. It started running. This isn't as thick as the serum I normally use, but it's what I have, so I use what I have. I warm that up in between my hands, and then I start at the bottom, right down here, and then gently move my way up. With serums, you want to be careful. You don't want to use too much. It's better to use a little and have your hair be a little bit frizzy than to use too much and have your hair look, really greasy. So just smooth that all down. Make sure you get everywhere. And comb your hair, or I comb my hair. Just make sure everything's worked in. Okay, and try not to overcomb it. I do that all the time. Something I'm trying to avoid. So those are the products I've been using. Now for the actual scrunching, I don't scrunch my hair all the time. I don't really like using mousse and stuff just because I worry that it's going to get too crunchy. But if you do it right and you don't use tons and tons of product, then it's not an issue. If you like that really kind of like crunchy, really held in place kind of curl, you can use this to make that. You just use a little bit more. So what this is the Garnier Fructis Curl Construct Mousse. And it says weightless curls and hold, and it's extra strong. And this is just a mousse, and you can use most mousse. I tend to use like a flexible mousse. My hair is naturally curly. If your hair is not naturally curly, you need to use a curling mousse specifically. So the first thing you always do with mousse is shake it up. So now that it's all nice and shaken up, I'm actually just going to use a little bit. So that's probably a little bit bigger than a golf ball. I don't use a ton. That's how much I get. It's not a ton. I don't use a lot. Again, if you want more of a crunchy curling, you can do that. I have a stool right here that I can flip my head over. Some people prefer to do it this way. I prefer to flip my head all the way over so that I can get the mousse really everywhere, evenly distributed. So that's what I'm going to do. I flip my head over and I take a little bit. I flip my head over, I take a little bit of the mousse in my hand, kind of scrunch it, and just scrunch it and work it in. And I do that with all of my hair. And just work it in. And then last little bit, and just scrunch. Pretty much that's it. That's pretty much all I do when I scrunch. I don't really use a lot of the product. Just make sure it's really worked in there, and then flip my head over, and then I'll do this a little bit. And when I scrunch, I go, I'm sorry, my mother's calling me. When I scrunch, I go up and I twist. So I make this kind of motion, I go up and I twist. And that's how I do it, just to kind of promote the curl. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and happy scrunching. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.